Morning, everybody. It's Friday morning at about, I guess, 8:50. I guess I'll get another one of these in. I haven't, I kind of missed a couple days. I've just been in the flow, and I forget to add this to my flow. But I picked up Niki. I guess it was Wednesday, and we went and we went to some place called Nectar Juice or some cool little place close to SMU, and had acai bowls. They kind of look like poop, but they taste really, really good. And they're basically like a slush of acai with granola and hemp seeds and a bunch of superfoods like goji berries, and they put like sliced bananas and strawberries and blueberries, and just like this awesome bowl of yumminess. And I guess it's like the acai smoothie is supposed to be like the substitute for yogurt, which is really good because I'm still kind of up in the air about whether or not I want to eat a lot of yogurt. I actually got a yogurt machine at a thrift store for like $7, maybe $5.99 or something like that. And I'm going to try to make coconut yogurt here soon, so we'll have hopefully like a video or something on that one day. But yeah, it was interesting because I decided I was going with the flow. We came back to Niki's and ate, we colored for a bit. She gave me some cool colors. And then we went to El Phoenix with her mom, and I decided that I was going to have like I have to train my brain sometimes, or like convince myself to do things. I've known that since I was a kid, and I've always like motivated myself in that way. Self-motivation, I guess, if you will. It's all in the way you think, right? And I psych myself out, I guess, or I like will give myself like a last moment. You know, I'm sure a lot of people do this. Like, this is my last cigarette, and then you smoke another one. I've been there. And I have to like motivate myself, so I'll do that like sometimes several times, but lately I've been really good at just doing it once. But yeah, like going to El Phoenix was like, okay, this is going to be like my last Mexican meal for a while, like unless I make it from scratch, and I know every little ingredient that's in it, and I know that it's good because it's made with coconut oil, not blah, and it's made with organic corn, not whatever, I don't know. Blah, blah, blah. So I go there, I get the Mexican dinner, and as soon as I ate a tamale and some rice, my blood sugar just dropped, or I just dropped. I feel like it's my alkalinity in my body. I don't know enough about the science of the body to know what the hell was going on, but I literally I just wanted to go to sleep. I was taking naps on the table, going in and out. It was crazy. It was wild. And lately I've been noticing that a lot more. Like, if I eat something, I'll just fall asleep for like hours after I eat. I feel like a little kid, taking naps all the time. But, I feel like it's what my body needs, so I'm giving it what it needs, and, it's no big deal. But, yeah, that was really interesting about that day. Then we came back and got her stuff, and then she spent the night. We went to Drum Jam. It was really fun and really cool. I saw a lot of my awesome friends there. Danny, I took all the henna off, and now it's setting in and getting really dark, but Danny did this henna piece on me. She's the student of the lady who did this piece on me last Wednesday. And it looks like each Wednesday I've received a gift of henna. And this is on my left hand, which is what I consider my receiving hand. So I put a receiving prayer into this hand of receiving strength to fulfill these commitments to myself and my body and my health and my journey. And a few other little things that I don't really want to share just yet, but I'm open to receiving right now. I don't want any blockages on my end. I don't want anything to scare any people off, or scare any things off, or scare anyone off, or scare any abundance or beauty that feels called to come to me. So that's the prayer I put into this, and I love it. Thank you, Danny. I love you so, so much, sister. So yeah, I had a beautiful night at the drum jam. I ended up meeting this really cool guy, Oasis, who's coming over here soon, who works with CBDs and different herbal medicines. He wants to come. He also does energy work. He wants to come and give me some just talk and share about what he knows, and I'm sure I have a lot to learn. And of course, I'm going to share with him some of the things I'm using. And then he said he would do some energy work on me, and that he seems like a really cool guy. I'm excited to get to know him. He's going to teach me how he works with some of these herbal medicines. He makes, foods that are enriched with herbs, and he makes foods that have CBD, edibles. He gave me a whole bunch of them. Like, they're really yummy and good. And I'm actually about to have one for breakfast, a muffin. But yeah, anyways, I kind of chose this spot for the video. I know I look kind of weird and all lighted up, but I wanted to show you guys too. Check out my fuzz. Yeah. I was told, and maybe I'm wrong, and I know everybody's different, but I was told that by the 3rd round I would have no more hair. And by the 4th round, for sure, I'd be bald, and I'd for sure have no more leg hairs. I have both. I have a nice little peach fuzz up here, like I feel like a newborn baby or something, and then down at the bottom I've got plenty of leg hairs. It's really annoying, I'm not gonna lie, because I was looking forward to that. I was like, that's like the little silver lining. I don't have to shave. I don't have to worry about my hair. I can just put on a wig and walk out, No. Well, I mean, the wig part I can. But my legs, I'm like, what the heck, legs? Like, what's going on down there? Hairs, why aren't y'all gone? So this is my theory. I think that when our bodies are releasing these toxins, it's releasing it any way it can. There's some speculation out there scientifically that claims that sweating does not release toxins. I don't believe that shit for a second. I'm sorry. I think there's a lot of manipulated science out there. There's a lot of misunderstood science even. And I think that there's something to sweating. I've been sweating for years through the Native American Church. I'm not going to lie, the last 2 years, I sweat the least that I have. The first year or two. I literally, because my financial situation became more and more and more difficult, having to support 2 other people, I couldn't get out there as much anymore. I couldn't sweat as much anymore. I was exhausted too, emotionally, physically, and mentally. And I didn't make a commitment to myself. I didn't take care of myself in that way. And so that's one of the things that, I'm changing in my life. And I am trying to sweat more, whether it's at a sauna or if it's on my balcony, just working on my plants. I try to get in a good little sweat, at least a few times a week, because I think I think it really does benefit the body. And I've noticed it when I sweat after Sundance and during Sundance even, I felt a lot better. When I sweat at Kathy's after Niki's birthday ceremony, or birthday meeting, I felt better. I was also very vulnerable when I went back into their house and they were all smoking, and, the house is battling some mold issues that I'm not really sure contained. I know that they've cleaned it, but sometimes that takes a lot of special treatments. And there'd been a lot of raining going on right before that. And, I don't really know what caused me to flare up, but I flared up really, really bad at her house. And, I felt it. I felt like I'd cleansed outside after that sweat. And I felt great. I could breathe. I could, like, everything. I just felt like new. I didn't even have, the congestion and the boogers or the mocos, like we call them, from Mexicans call them. I didn't have the little mocos or whatever that were bothering me. Like, it was perfect. It was like, I felt great. And then I go inside and I get hit with the smoking and God knows what else might have been in there that bothered me. And it just, yeah. It was not cool. It made my nose turn into a waterfall. But I feel like sweating does release some kind of toxins. And I know that as these poisons, or these treatments, I like to call them treatments because they are helping me. They're not hurting me. necessarily, and I know they're not hurting me the way that they hurt others because of the herbs that I'm doing. I feel like that's a big part of the lesson that I'm learning here, is how to maintain the body during these treatments. Because let's be real, like, people are stuck doing this. They're not going to get paid to take herbs. They're not going to get paid to be taken care of naturally. And I got stuck in that position. I got put in a really hard place where I couldn't financially take care of myself, and I wasn't going to sit here and beg and put my hand out to everybody else. And luckily I had good friends that did that for me, and Spirit has put my earth angels in place to do that for me, because I couldn't do that for myself. And I couldn't even do it for myself verbally, which I'm learning. I'm learning how to speak up for myself, and I'm learning how to ask for things and how to take care of myself again. I mean, I've always been able to take care of me and the things around me, but it turned into taking care of more of the things around me and less about taking care of me. And so that's what this is really about on a deeper level for me. I see that I'm learning to take care of me again. It's cool. I'm not very good at it yet, but I'm getting there. And I've never really had anybody to take care of me. So, other than my daughter, she's had to step up and do it, it seems, over time. And that's why she's so bossy. But, just kidding. But that's why we have the beautiful relationship that we do. So I'm grateful for my journey and the way that this has all worked out. But I'm also really, really grateful for my lessons, as hard as they can be. Anyway, so I feel like the skin is just another one of those releasing systems that releases toxins. And when your hair falls out and is, when these people lose all their hair all over their body, I believe that it's because whatever that toxin is that causes that reaction is being released through your sweat as well, on a higher level than I am experiencing. Maybe it's because it's done a lot slower in those instances. Like, maybe I'm getting it all out in one sweat or whatever, or a few sweats a week, and so it's like really helping. Or maybe I'm helping through the detox process that I'm doing with the herbals and stuff that I'm doing. I don't really know, but I know that even when I go to the restroom and I pee, it hurts. It doesn't burn. It's not like a UTI or whatever they call those. I think I've had one in my life. I zapped it really quick. I didn't have to go to the doctor for it, so it didn't really get out of hand. But I think it's like a burning. This wasn't a burning or an itching. It was like, it just hurt. It was a pain. It was a soreness that went all the way in me. Like, I could feel it, that long tube that the pee was coming out of or something. You know, it just all was sore and it hurt. It wasn't normal, you know, or some little itch. Yeah. So I feel like I was feeling those toxins even come out through that as well, you know. So why wouldn't it come out through our pores and kill those hair follicles on the way out in the process? You know, it makes so much sense to me. And why wouldn't people who aren't detoxing and aren't using the herbal supplements that I'm using and aren't using the extra little boosts that I'm using to help them release naturally through their defecates or whatever, through their bowels, why wouldn't it allow their hair to stay in more if it's not having to come out through their skin? I would think the skin would be one of the last resorts. Or at least that's kind of what I personally feel. I feel like that might be happening with me right now, and I think that's really, really cool. And maybe I'm wrong. Who knows? But if I still have hair by the 6th round and I get stuck going all the way through, yeah, this is my theory, and I'm sticking to it. So anyways, it's been a really cool past few days hanging out with Niki and just being around here. I didn't get a lot done around the house, but I'm going to try to get more done. I want to organize my herbs and my apothecary and just really get to know what I have and start touch each one and kind of hold it and see if it wants me to work with it. Because I'm going to start making my morning elixirs again. I feel like I need to step it up a notch because I do feel the toxins finally starting to build up in my body. And I don't like it. So, yeah. See what happens. I love you guys. thank you for loving me. And thanks for watching if you watched. And I don't know, comment down below, ask me questions. Like, what are the herbs I'm taking? Here's one of them. Immunicist. This is a clinically or critical care formula. I like the little snake there. That's part of my tattoo after I heal. Ooh, I just realized that was on the bottle. How did I not notice that? Anyway, but it's going to be snakes. So, it's got a whole bunch of mushrooms. I don't think you can see it really, but I can't focus it. But yeah, this has been amazing. It was gifted to me by my brother. That's super amazing. And I got it right out of the hospital, and I've been using it ever since. Oh, excuse me. Sorry. I get very weird like that sometimes. But anyway, it's been a godsend, and I love it. It's made with organic full-spectrum mushrooms. It says advanced immune modulation therapy. And I take it with this protein that really helps, I think, with my symptoms and everything else, because this is what I was taking. I had actually run out of the CBD oils whenever I decided to do that week off, or the 2 days off, because they were in the mail, they were coming to me, and I decided, you know what, I'm just going to do this, screw it. And they came just in time, because, you know, that same day that I gave in and started taking this again, I got them that evening. But this, I took this, 20 minutes later, symptoms started all just going away. The mouth sores and the mouth and the teeth kind of took a little longer, but yeah, I mean, I just took alfalfa. I've been taking alfalfa for my teeth and my bones, because they're definitely feeling it now, especially after the third and fourth round. This fourth round really kind of has been hitting me, so trying to boost my my intake. I also know that I ate really bad third and fourth round, so I'm trying to get back on track on eating right, and I think that also is going to be huge in helping. I mean, the acai bowl and the Mexican food switch is testimony to that alone. So, yeah, I'm really enjoying this journey and everything I'm learning about my body and about taking care of myself again, and really getting back into being, you know, a food Nazi. I don't want to be a food snob. I'm just going to be a food Nazi, like somebody who's very conscious about what I'm putting in my body. My body is now has invited this cancer in that I think is more of a deeper level, not just a physical level, but I do want to take care of every part of my being and my healing and my journey. I want my physical level to be just as pristine as my insides, and the work that I'm doing internally to heal me. I'm not just going to be treated like this chemo does. I'm going to heal. These herbs are healing me from the inside out physically. My mind, my commitment to myself, my heart, and my healing internally and spiritually and emotionally is going to heal me from the inside out. And these treatments are just going to give me perspective on what everybody else goes through, so that I can help other people and hopefully inspire them to heal, not just be treated. Because that's what it's all about, man. And unfortunately, the Western medicine and the science hasn't quite figured out how to fuse those two. They take the healing out of their treatments. And that's been proven. Look at all the side effects. I mean, that should be enough to make people choose in the right direction, but unfortunately, when you get stuck like me, where you financially can't support yourself without these treatments, because that's kind of the way the world has made it, what do you do? And then unfortunately, there's a lot of people who are just blind to it. They don't know, because they haven't been raised in that way. It's been stripped from us, these beautiful ways, this wisdom and these gifts. For some reason, I think because of money and because of greed, we've been stripped of this truth. But not me, because I strive and search and live in truth. Try to every day. I keep it real. Love you guys. Thanks for watching, and thank you for loving me. I'm gonna let it stop here now because I just realized it's been 20 minutes. If you've stuck it out, thank you. Love you, and I hope you have a beautiful, blessed day. Bye.